Hi everyone, welcome back to World of Mike, the Partwork Crankler, and today we have a new launch on the channel. It's the Ferrari 330 P4, the most beautiful car of all time, brought to you by D'Agostini. Now in here it's going to be a 1/8 scale model. As you can see, we just have a welcome leaflet here that we've got that comes with every collection that they do. The next thing that we have is like a little sort of preview flyer here, and in here we have, it's stuck here, what's happened here? We have all about the construction of the vehicle here, and in here as well it goes into all this details of it. So that's going to be the back part where we can lift it up. We get to have working sound and light effects, quad headlights, tail lamps, engine sounds, backlit dashboard, brake lights and indicators. So this is going to look really, really cool. Then obviously if you're a subscriber to this, you do get yourself some lovely free gifts, which is a slip file. We've got our tool screw box thing there, and we get a beautiful red cap, and then it goes into like the dimensions of the build down there. And obviously if you're a premium customer, you can get yourself this beautiful display case, and obviously if you pay with PayPal, you can get yourself a replica 1/24 scale of the Ferrari 330 P4. So let's get into our first issue, and as you can see, as we flip through the magazine right the way to the back, we have ourselves the section that we're going to be doing, which apparently is the left-hand steering wheel, headlight and door. And as you can see, there are various components what we've got to assemble together, and then at the end of it we should have something looking like so. So yeah, it's going to be quite a long one, this one, so really, really lovely when you get to work on longer ones as well. So first things first, we want to get ourselves our steering wheel, which looks like so. Absolutely beautiful here, and looks really quite nice actually. Some lovely detail on that. Wow, okay, cool. And we're going to get ourselves the steering column, which consists of two parts. We've got this part here, and we've also got a piece here. Now what we need to do is, you can see on here we've got two holes, one's slightly raised, and we've got a pin here with a screw hole. What's going to happen is the larger pin's going to go into that connection there, and then we're going to pop ourselves an AM screw through the middle of that. So I'm going to get the AM screw out, and then secure, whoops, just get my magnetizer, it's a little bit not picking up. There we go, lovely. And then what's going to happen is we're going to secure this in from the top side apparently, and that's going to go through there. It's a bit tough to get in this. See if it's bit it yet. Is it bit it? It's just about getting there. I think that's bit it now. Lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, look at that. Wow, might just loosen that off a little bit. Tighten it up again, I think. Wasn't sure because it looks a little bit wonky this side. So yeah, wow, that's the steering column. And then we want to get ourselves the actual steering mechanism, because we're going to turn it upside down, and it's like a sort of key notch here, and that's going to go into here. and then we get to pop ourselves an AM screw through the top of that. So I don't think it matters too much which way it goes round, but yeah, let's get that screw in. So that's going to go in with an AM screw as well. So we'll get an AM screw and pop it down. I think this is the first Ferrari I've ever done, really. I don't think I've ever done a Ferrari build as such, so I'm going to just screw that down there. Once I get the bite on it, I'll just secure it in and then get a little bit onto there until I can feel it bite it. Yeah, a little bit more, and voila. Wow, that is very, very nice. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Okay, lovely. Now we do get ourselves the little emblem or logo, if you like, in here. There is a little, what looks like a light bulb section in here. I don't think we use that little light bulb, but the actual logo is so small that we need to ensure that we don't lose that. And as I say, there's no reason why your screw needs to come off, so we've got to just pop that into there, and that just puts the cherry on the cake, doesn't it? Look at that, absolutely lovely, beautiful. Okay, so moving that over to one side, we're now going to work on one of the light beams, and we need to get ourselves this section here. As you can see, we've got two holes in there, sorry, two pins, and we need a little hole there as well, and that's going to go around that side. It's got an L marked in it, and the way to tell it's around the right side is the L would be upside down. We're then going to get ourselves this beautiful pin section here. I think it might be this one. Looks a bit big, doesn't it? And that's going to go apparently onto there, but I'm not sure if that looks a bit too big. What do you guys think? Looks a bit on the big side, because we do have like a smaller one here, but that doesn't have the peg on it. So yeah, I think we've got the right one here. And then what we need to do is to attach the lens of it. And you've got like a little piece here, like a pin, that's going to go round, and we want to feed it into that little channel bit just there. That's going to go into here and connect onto there. Now it'll probably fall off again, but it is a push fit. But yeah, that looks pretty good. Wow. Yeah. And then we want to get ourselves the light bracket, which looks a bit like this. You've got the black on one side, and then we've got like a silver section on the back. What we need to do is to feed the light through. We've got two holes there to help us out, and that wants to go somewhere like that, so that when you turn it round, you've got the light coming through, as you can see. Now it looks like there might be a little bit of light bleed there. I'm not too sure at the moment, but just gonna feed it round, see if we've got a better fit on that one. I think I'll keep it the way I had it. Okay, and then we're going to secure that in with AP screws. So AP is a quite popular screw in many of the part works. So yeah, let's have a look here. It seems to be jumping a bit, so I'll put the screw through first. As I say, it does look like there might be some light bleed, but we can fix that along the way nearer the time. Issue 2 is lovely. It's like this really beautiful sort of goldy colour wheel rim there. Okay, yeah, lovely. Now that might just need a bit of loosening off until we can secure that into that section. And we want an AP screw again. That's going to go into this hole here. Lovely. Now this will be coming to the channel on a Wednesday, and depending how many builds we've got through the schedule, we might alternate them, so one build one Wednesday, one build the next Wednesday, you know, just to fit them all on the schedule. And then obviously an LED will go through there to light up the light, but that's basically what it's looking like at the moment. Next we need to get the headlight housing, which looks like this. So very nice again, you've got that lovely silver going around with that black interior section. And what we want to do is we want to just hover that into here somehow. Looks as if it goes, let's have a look here, what's going on here. Oh, it might actually, does it go in the back way? No. Let's have a look, see what we can do. Ah, there we go. So it just needs to fit onto, there's like 2 holes here and then a couple there, so just offer that into there like so. Beautiful. Look at that, doesn't that look posh? Oh, that's gorgeous. Cool, cool, cool. And we want to get ourselves some AP screws. We're going to put 2 in the top and then 2 in the bottom there. So we'll get ourselves some AP screws. I've had this for a couple of weeks now. I'm actually filming this on the 26th of March 2025, and it's been on my shelf for a fair few weeks now, but just haven't had the time with work to get it assembled really. It's been manic at work, so I thought I'll dedicate some time this evening and get it all connected up. So that's that one. I need to get a big one of these mats as well, because as you can see, it's quite a baby mat. Actually came with the one of the issues I bought with Bazaar. Came with one of them, so it was like a free gift. So I'm not really a fan of the baby mats, so if anyone wants a free baby mat, get it out to me. Reach out to me, I'll send it out to you free of charge, not a problem. I'd rather it go to like someone that needs it rather than just like chuck it away sort of thing, or that it can make use of. But these screws are going in much better than that metal rod. I suppose obviously with plastic it will cut through very nice, sort of like slides through like butter, but I did find the AM a little bit trickier. Okay, so that's going to go into this hole here. Lovely, so look at that, absolutely stunning. And as I say, there is still quite a light bleed there. You can probably, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like an ever so small gap. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens on that one. Okay, so we're going to pop that to one side. Next, what we need to do is we now need to work on the little section here, and this is the beam lens apparently. So again, we've got 2 holes. It looks like a repeat performance of the one we just did, so yeah, I don't think it matters too much where it goes on there, although it does look like we want to have it that way, because this looks like a little, some sort of screw hole. There's a hole in that, so yeah, it does look as if we would need to pop it into there. It's like a tight fit that, but it's as best as I can get that in. It sort of lifts up at the back here, so okay, well, I'll leave it how it is for now. But and then this looks like the baby light, because we've had a big one and a small one, so Yeah, that probably might need a little bit of glue. So yeah, I'm just going to get my beam that's just fell off. Yeah, that might need a little bit of glue to stay in, but as I say, there is quite a gap there, so yeah, we might have to figure something out for that. And then what it wants us to do is to put it into, it looks as if it's going to go into that hole there. There's a larger hole just here, and we want to put it into, I think it's that one. Yeah, so you want the top part of this into the corner, if you like. I don't think this has a screw going through it. It doesn't mention anything about a screw, so I think that will just sit nicely and sit into the two lugs that we've got just there. So oh, that's going to be very tricky to get in there. It's oh wow, that's gone in gorgeous. Did struggle a bit there, but it looks like it's a push fit, so that's quite nice. And then what's left after that is we've got a little section which has what looks like a light bulb going through it, and we've missed that step because that should have been done before we put the light in, so apologies for that. It's such a tiny part, that's probably why I've missed it. But this just needs to go through the back of here like so. It just fits into this little channel section. It's I've got to get that in there, but I've got such big hands, it's quite tricky. There we go. Oh my god, yeah. Whoa. One that doesn't want to go down there, but cool, that's gonna be a fiddly. Yeah, I see what the problem is. It's okay, so it looks something like that, and then somehow I've got to get it down into here, so without it dislodging, so yeah, that's gonna be fun. Cool, yeah, this is interesting. Wonder if it's better to put the smaller one in first. Yeah, I might have to put the small one in first, see if I can take this out a minute. Just wriggle it out slightly. Try again, but I've got a feeling that I'll need to get. Oh. Yeah, I think that's going to be quite hard to get that into there. I mean, I could use tweezers, but trouble is, yeah, I think we will need to get this out because I feel like I need a bit of access, so I'm just going to try and wiggle that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Jumping out the hand there. So we'll put that over to one side for the minute because I feel like we need more access to get this one in. So, oh my days. Oh, sometimes I wish I had smaller hands. This is a fiddly piece to do here. Oh, Anyone up for the job of putting this in for me? Think that's gone in. Oh wow, excellent. All that time struggling, and the minute I take this one out, it goes on fine. Wow, okay, cool. So I'll just lighten this back up again. As I say, it might need a a little bit of glue just to hold it in and stuff, but I don't really like gluing lenses because then you get all that residue of the glue stuck on it, but it is what it is. Now that section did go just like that. Whoops. That's going to keep popping off in it. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, that was a lovely issue to do. A bit fiddly in some parts, but yeah, look at the silver. I love the fact this silver goes perfect with that black section. So the last thing that we do get, I'm just going to pop my AM screw and the AP screw back. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to need... I've got a pen in here, so what I'm going to do, I haven't got any stickers in here, so ignore that. I'll do that next time, but obviously I work on quite a few different builds, so I'm going to just put a sticker there saying Ferrari so that I know what screws for what build. But what we also get is this beautiful section here. This is absolutely stunning. It's got the word FRAM and then filters on there and then the number 23. So this probably will be the bit that we're left with quite some time before we get to fit it. But look at the detail on this. That silver is gorgeous. It's like a chrome, but it's got the letter L on it, so it'd be for the left side, but the red is so lovely. I have noticed they've put a screw in here, so I wonder why we perhaps weren't allowed to do that. It looks like there's a bit of a seal there as well, so yeah, it's obviously screwed in, and this is probably the outside, and then the middle bit's been pushed in because there's a screw there, but I wonder why we weren't allowed to do that. It makes you sort of wonder, like, shall we unscrew it and investigate? But yeah, actually having, yeah, I think that just gets pushed in, but it's a lovely, lovely piece. So we've got that section, we've got the steering wheel column, and we've also got one of the headlights. So already this is looking absolutely gorgeous. Really, really lovely indeed. So we'll put that to one side. That will give me more space on my shelf now, because when I get the parts in, I take them all out the blister packs and then just line them up on the cabinet ready for assembling. Now we can just take a preview. Obviously, if you're building this, you would have seen this already. I tend to build it when I want to build it. I don't like to get it in and then just put it up. I like to take my time with building it. So yeah, issue number 2 here is we jump to the back. We have got ourselves that beautiful wheel I was telling you about. This is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Absolutely stunning. It's just so beautiful. And then one of the calipers there, or the brake disc even. And then, as you can see, that so that's what that piece is. Look, that's the door. Look, 23. Oh wow. Yeah, that'll be quite some time, I reckon, unless we're obviously going to put this into perhaps the window section. We might get an issue where we put the window on before then, but I reckon it'll be a fair few number of months before we get to put that in. But I'll tell you something, I've really enjoyed that. So if you want to get this for yourself, it is called the Ferrari 330P4. That is with Fanhome's parent company, which is D'Agostini, because Fanhome is the sister company to D'Agostini. So obviously, if you want to get this, it is with D'Agostini, and nearly said Fanhome then. And the link is in the description of the video. Once again, this will be coming to the channel every Wednesday. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, tap the notification bell if you want to be notified as and when a video pops up on the channel. And I'll see you next Wednesday where we get to put the wheel together. So yeah, can't wait for that. But anyway, have a lovely day and see you next time. Bye bye.